Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Strange Horticulture. And this may be our last episode. Who knows? I honestly thought we would be able to name all of the plants, but unfortunately not. Yeah, because these ones, like the umbrella, yeah, I can name them myself, but then it wouldn't have the notification of discovered name, all things like that. And quite frankly, it's been a great ride, you know? We've been tasked to go to the ritual site, which is here. But first we need to gather the plants, the 5 plants that are needed to kill or banish the Dendrew, I believe. And I thought it might have something to do with this. I thought we needed to have a key. But then I remembered, oh, we have like maybe Corbelium was it? Like a lock. A lock plant. So maybe you can actually unlock it with that, you know? Well, let me just... it should be around here somewhere. Yeah, there we go. This one. Oh, yes. There. So... this one is here, and also I realized last episode we were asking, is this swift snare right here? Because it's got heart-shaped leaves, but maybe it's this one here, since it's saying it moves fast for a plant, and swift snare is supposed to be like grabber, and it certainly this one looks like it's grabbing. So let's see, this one here might be swift snare. All right, let's put those there. Okay, and then we'll find this one, the Duden tributary to its source. See, this is the next day, but like it told us to go here, but I'm not sure if we can still do our own thing, you know. Let's see here. Duden tributary, Tomb of the Hunter, the Great Oak. We're supposed to go over there. Could Fearbringer be... Could Fear? Widow's Woe. I don't know what that means. We have Widow's Woe, but then... oh, Fearbringer. Third is the Fearbringer. Fourth, to lift the curse. Last, a pedal to cure black blood is a reverse. Oh, wait. Wait a minute. First is the corpse's friend we got from here? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, so I just went back to my old video, and then it might be this one here, since it's the corpse's friend. It was growing by the corpse. Remember the card? Remember the card one you found here? It was like the cycle of rebirth thing. Yep, that one. And of course, that one, the ankle breaker here. 1, 2. Ankle grabber 1, 2, and then third is the bringer, the fear bringer. Widow's Woe. Said to induce fear along, also called the Kempfoot. And plants. We need the last petal to secure Black Blood's reverse. Okay. So we have Time is closing. Oh, this one is Corpse's friend. If ingested the seed that was causing slow, agonizing death, and the plant will grow out of the body. It's a light, pleasant scent, not similar to pine needle. Boiling the root in vinegar creates a tonic against fevers and poisons. Okay. And we're gonna need Widow's Woe. Okay, let's see here. If we ding this bell. Alright. Okay. So, Verona, we must act if it's too late. Gather the plants and meet the ritual. Okay, so we can't do anything, actually. We can't do anything. So, let's see here. Let's figure this out. This might actually be a short episode. I should have done it with the previous one, but hey, might do some actual multiple endings for this. Well, we'll see. Okay, if I am able to actually figure this out, and let's see here. So the 5 plants. So we have this one. I believe this might be one of them. 1, 2, and then let's see. Fearbringer. This is like a study session all over again. He's like this one. Thus are married up. We didn't even get to discover all of it. Long Veracund. Which is the Long Veracund is believed to lift curses. There you go. Third is the Long Veracund. There we go. One here, one here. Okay, so this might actually be alright. Let's see here. What was the name of this one again? Devil's Night Corpse's friend. Okay. Let's name you Devil's Night Trap. Oh, Night Trap. Night Trap. Single T. And then we're gonna have 4th is to lift the curse. Let's see here. Do we have a plant that lifts curses? I think we do. Ooh. It's been a while. Looking at all the plants. Yeah, it must have been a mistake to like put them all on this because it's like stacking up and then sometimes it doesn't grab it. I thought we had all the plants that we needed here. Well, hopefully we do. Because sometimes I just miss some plants. Yep. Oh, so here once Elderfinium. I didn't even see that plant there. Forest Camphor. Let's see. Dranthium, long shrub. No. Oh wait, Dendrew's miasma causes the blood to slowly turn black. Last a petal to. Okay, that one is Elderfinium, I believe. Black blood. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've got the Corpse Remainder, the Ankle Binder, the Fearbringer. I don't know which the Fearbringer is. Widow's Woe? Widow's Woe is the Fearbringer, but I don't know which one it is. let's see here. Set to this sphere, also called Kempfoot. Oh, Kempfoot. Didn't we rename one of the plants Kempfoot? I think. It just seemed familiar, but I think we just... Or I'm just guessing here. It just seemed familiar, man. But we don't have it in the named plants anywhere. Might have missed it. Let's see, bland smelling flower, unpleasant scent. Okay, dainty dark flowers grow out from a bed of long, thin leaves. See, like this here. This is so much. Might be a mistake, but eyebright, guilty Dendrew, Gandhi root, harlequin blue, golden light. Hop heart, and then widow's woe. I don't know where to get widow's woe, or I don't know if we have it. Bishop's parasol. Or is it the one? I thought we already grabbed it. There was like a note, maybe? Widow's woe note? No, I'm sure we have it. It's not... It's... We did everything, right? Unless I missed some. Okay. I get it. I know it. I looked up what it looks like, and we actually don't have it. Alright, so this... We got this letter. We got this one from a days gone by now, so probably this one is Widow's Woe. And then we say, it says, follow the Dudden tributary to its source. And the Dudden tributary. This is the Dudden, River Dudden. But then, what, its source is here or here? Either here or here. Let's try here. Oh, and here it's growing in abundance. Okay, so we might actually... Alright, good. So I looked up what it looks like. And the clue that might lead us to it, which was actually that letter, but then... Yeah, that's all. And then actually gave us... It was either the source, because I'm thinking sometimes it's here, the source, or it could be here as well, or no, that's not the source, that's like already there. But alright, let's see here. Let's flame that Widow's Woe. Okay, these might be the 5 plants that we need, actually. Trying to water my plants. So I'm guessing if we go there, is it gonna change anything? Like, is it gonna change the layout? Alright, plants. Alright, I know you're hungry. Y'all's thirsty for some water. Alright, that's enough. Okay, this might be the last one, okay guys? Hopefully we have all the plants. While I look this up, hopefully these swifts there. Alright, Hellebore, one last pat. This might be the last time I'm petting you. Whoa! What was that? Was that a paw? He just put out a paw. Okay. Alright, enough of that, Elabor. Alright, Great Oak. Just here. Let's go. Huge tree stands before me, impossibly tall and wide, bigger than I could ever imagine living. Might be branches creates across the sky. Wasn't that the place we were supposed to go? Am I It is time. The service is to meet me at the ritual site. I hope for all sakes that you've been able to track down all the plants we need. Isn't that not the right... Maybe it's in the inside stone circle? Man. Oh man. Time to water some plants again. You, like, what's the name of this plant? I would want to know. There's like... I would have thought this place would have been full with plants. Unless there's like an endless mode when you finish the story, but I doubt it. Alright, here we go. Then we'll go to the Swinside Stone Circle. Okay, so that's not the ritual site. Where is the ritual site? Man. Alright, let me pet Elabor again. Okay, so... Maybe this letter here? Great Oak and the Dendrew was ousted from the world, you know, it many of hundreds of years ago, a site of ritual importance was created near Blackcomb. Blackcomb here. To the south of the Watcher. Oh, to the south of the Watcher. The Watcher is the Great Oak, and the Dendrew was ousted from this world. So, if the Great Oak is here, then the ritual site must be here. Because I thought, okay, to the south of the Watcher, the Great Oak. Okay, when I was reading, when I read that initially, I thought, oh, it must have, maybe the Watcher is another. So the Watcher is the Great Oak. Sorry. Okay, let's go. Motivate myself to explore. Hell yeah. Okay. Right, the Watcher is here. Great Oak, and then we'll go here. Alright, here we go. A small stone shrine sits off to one side of the clearing. 5 grooves run out from the center of the stone, widening into recesses at the base. 5 slots for 5 plants. I thought the change. I like the music change though. Very. What do you call that? Sometimes I remember what it's called when it's the actual thing. It's a very thrilling. It's thrilling music, man. All right. It's like a. It's a crucial moment, so to say. So hopefully we have all the plants here. Oh wait, where'd you go? Where'd you go? See this music, man? Where was this? Very good. Alright. Vanish, you Dendrew! Oh, it was right? Was it right? Well done, I will take it from here. I stand back and watch as Verona walks around the shrine, muttering soft incantations. It feels like a long time passes before she looks up, but in reality it was perhaps only 10 minutes. Nothing's happening. What do you mean nothing's happening? Have we got the right plans? I think so. Perhaps we just need to be patient. A loud noise behind us makes us all jump. Turning around, I see something that makes my blood run cold. The woman in the jade mask is walking calmly and slowly towards us from the other side of the clearing. Behind her, standing tall and terrifying, is the black silhouette of the serpent. Okay, there's here. Whoa. I didn't think it was that big. Like, she's walking around town with that thing? What was that about being patient? I think we're out of time. Do not be afraid. I am here to surrender willingly. The serpent cannot be allowed to... The creature lunges forward and brings a huge arm sighting towards her. Her scream pierces the cold air and she drops to her knees, clutching her head, but the blow seems to glance off to one side as it comes through. hurtling down, and the beast's claws ends up embedded in the dirt instead of the woman's back. Good. I can't hold it back much longer. You need this. She throws a small vial of red liquid, which Ruben deftly catches, and holds up to the light. Blood. Quickly, I know what to do. Verona grabs the vial and fumbles to get the stop route as she turns back to the shrine. The servant has its huge arms free again and is slowly advancing with strange jerky movements. Verona pours the blood into a small cavity in the shrine, and everything seems to happen at once. A pillar of bright white light launches out of the shrine towards the servant and hits it in the chest. The huge beast shrieks and staggers backwards, drowning out the screams of the woman in the jade mask, who is clutching her head and writhing in agony on the ground. Ooh. There is an almighty thunderclap and a blinding flash of light, and suddenly the servant is gone. A patch of charred ground smolders where it stood just moments before. My head is spinning at what has just happened. Did it work? Have we defeated the servants? Whoa, bench. Good. Alright, we got it. With the dust settled and the servant vanquished, I've been able to reflect on the events of the last few weeks. We were fortunate that Thea was able to stay in control of the beast for as long as she did. Good though it was Thea. Who can say what would have happened if she was unable to prevent it causing the destruction it craved? Undermere has never felt so jubilant, so full of life. All the nervous tension that had built up evaporated in an instant, and the people have plowed their energies into celebration and merriment. Very good to hear. They don't know the whole truth, of course, that Thea, the woman in the jade mask, was the one who summoned the servant. I promised Ruben that I would leave it to him to unravel that mess. She is his daughter after all. Oh! The investigator, or like the constable? That's his daughter? Oh man, good decisions then. And as for myself, well, I'm back in the calm, strange horticulture, of course, with Hellebore for company. It's quieter around here, but I am content, and there are always more plants to learn about and discover. Hey, what about your friend? What about Simone? Can hang out with her? The sleeping Dendrew. It is done. The servant can go back to being a dark story from dusty shadows. Oh! Hey, Ward! You can see her face. Ashamed of her actions that caused so much pain and death, it's unlikely she will ever fully recover from the trauma. Both his body and his pride have been damaged, but he lives. Good? Not been since the defeat. Certainly there are rumors she's living in Bridal Cave once again. Probably something about actually get straight. Hey! What did I do to you, huh? In your death, your actions helped save the sister. She has not dreamed that the servant since you from the ritual. She regularly visits you for advice. You have become firm friends. What about Simone? Attempting to reconnect with his daughter. Okay, guys. That's it. That was one hell of a ride. And we've got ending 2 apparently. Ending 2 Elder Finium. And I did read there's like multiple episodes where you can become the servant. You could have all the power, you know. Or you can, you know, just side with the cultists. And then have all these guys dead. But I don't want that. I don't want that, but I can make a playthrough for that if you guys want. But as for now, I'm really happy with this ending. This is a really good ending. The music's good. The music was really good for this last bit. And I think the developers of this game could actually do something better in the future. Don't get me wrong, this game's great. It's got the when doing the plant thing, it's actually like you're a horticulturist, you know, in these times, like the olden times. And yeah, that was a really good music for the end, and hopefully we get to see more from them, you know. And it's, you know, glad to see they're all alive. Hopefully there was like a thing with someone, and you know, keeps visiting the shops and all that, and the other friend, of course, the one who keeps traveling. But good job, Bad Viking. Yeah. I don't know, man. Once you finish a game, sometimes it just feels you've done it. you've finished it, and then sometimes you just don't know what to do. But you know, keep your head up. Keep your head up. Go to the next game. Do the amazing stories. You know, because sometimes people just play the games like League of Legends, Dota 2, everything. They just play it for the multiplayer. But when you play games like these with story, good story, it's like you're reading a book. You know, you get to sympathize with the characters, you get to empathize. Because who knows? Sometimes you've got similarities to them. They're down to earth, very good characters. And when you meet people in real life, sometimes it's just like that. You don't know who they are, but eventually you become good friends. And yeah, thank you so much guys for watching. I will move on, of course, to the next game. And maybe in the future I will make the oh, have you heard of the Monastery of the Black Veil? I think it would interest you. I learned of it from a man from Ravenglass. If you're even in that part of the world, you should ask him about it. He owns the Horseshoe Inn on Main Street. Okay, so we can actually identify all the plants. On second thought, anyway, we have done all this, and I'm glad you guys stuck around with the journey. So we need to still identify more plants. If I ring the bell. Oh, Simone, good to see you. It's good to see you too, Halabor. It's been a while. You seem as relaxed as ever, though. Nothing ever phases you, does it? I must admit, I've been buried in my books and seem to have missed all the excitement. I hear you and your plants have been hard to play, though. I've been collating some information on a selection of plants for a little book I'm putting together. I was hoping you could help me finish identifying all these plants. Let's start with the moonlight flower, Bellanox. I've always loved that one. Oh man, I have already said all of these goodbyes and how good the game was, and then they put me in another one. Put me in another predicament like this. Alright, Bellanox, moonlight flower. Listen here, Simone. Listen here, I don't know which one Bellanox is. If you're ever in that part of the world, Ravenglass, is that the one we went to before? Wait a minute, Simone. Let me just pop out of my shop real quick. Oh no, that was from Arnside. This is the Horseshoe Inn on Main Street, which I'm not sure where everything. Here I was saying my goodbyes, and we're not actually done yet. It's not an Ambleside. Undermere. See if I click Undermere. I think it was a third. Main Street. Is it just in Undermere? Okay. Bellanox. I don't think I have that, Simone. Sorry to bother you. But, things like this, sometimes it's just, you don't know, In this one, I'm not sure, again. Keep giving you these puzzles. But like I said, it might have been done already. Alright. You know what? Let's do this one day. And let's see here. Sorry. Oh, Ravenglass is here. What a... Alright. Let's see. Let's water the plants. Give me that motivation to explore while I'm watering the plants. I'm kind of feeling like gathering more plants. Alright. Let's see. He's in Ravenglass and Main Street, okay? I met my man with a thick black beard and kind eyes. He was delighted to have found a willing ear to listen to his stories. You won't find the Monastery of the Black Veil marked on any map. They don't want to be found. The monastery was on the edge of a wood. I remember that much. We must have been heading west because I could feel the sun in my face. It was evening. We crossed 2 rivers. Then we followed the river for a while. I could hear it to my left. As we traveled, they left me here. Oh. They left me here in Ravenglass, and I've stayed here since. As I turned to leave, he adds here, if you're serious about this, you'd better have this. Okay. Okay, Elixir. We've got more, actually. There you go. We've got this one. You won't find the monastery. You won't find the monastery. It's the Black Veil marked on your map. They don't want to be found. The monastery was on the edge of a wood. I remember that much. We must have been heading west. Okay. Okay, so this is just... this is just a thing. This is just the letter. This is just basically what he was talking about. Okay. But we haven't named all of the plants. Okay, let's see here. Bella Knox, sorry. No, not sorry. Bella Knox. I've been collecting some information on a selection of plants. Let's start with the moonlight flower. See, Simone, I actually don't have that information. Maybe we can go to another library. But if we just go to like Bigfoot, for example, or like Back Row, like Caesar Castle. I'm greeted enthusiastically by Lady Elspeth herself. She's very talkative and has many questions on horticulture. I do my best to answer as she takes me on a tour of the gardens. Oh, you must take a sample of this back with you, she exclaims. I thought we did this. She exclaims, pointing out plant that I don't recognize, but before I can stop to take a look, she has already screamed. And this one too. I thought we already had this. I'll respond on the others. Yes. That was my assumption. Bella Knox. We have all these named plants. Let's try some of these ones. Bottom one. Okay. Alright, Bella Knox. Let's rename you Bella Knox. So we might be able to name all of the plants. Spring waxcap. That's a mushroom, isn't it? See, some of it we don't have. See here, the spring waxcap is here, but we don't have the names for the other one. I'm guessing it's this one. This one here. Very good. 77. Spring waxcap. Oh, Simone, what am I gonna do with that? I have Average. Some romantic soul once God gave me a stem of average. I think I offended the poor boy when I gagged on the scent. He took it as a bad omen. Average. Pretty blue flowers line the stem of this plant. Ooh, blue flowers? I think we've seen that. Or we might not have it, Simone. Oh, this one. It is said that if you give average your beloved under the light of a full moon, you will both live long in the blessed life. Average. See, I don't know if I still need to organize them. It's the end of the game after all. What the hell? Maybe next time. I think I'll give Fools a Midnight a miss, thanks. Fools a Midnight. Alright. Fools Midnight. We can actually try and look for it, or just, you know, maybe I can just Fool's Midnight. We can either look for it or just don't at all, you know? Alright, Fool's Midnight. Could be one of the dark plants, could be this one. I must be prepared. We're not going to the lab first, my friend. Maybe this. Okay. Well, it is a dark plant. Well, fungus. Alright. Oh, Demel sounds nice. I wonder if that's what Mom puts on her tea. I often thought she must have a secret ingredient that makes it extra soothing. See, we don't have that here. We don't have the things she's asking for in the book. And she says it's just soothing. It might be this? No. I am not a... I am not a horticulturist. You can actually just look it up. All 77 plants. The thing is, though, we don't have the catalog for it in the contents. That's why it would be easier if I had that. But like, you know, it doesn't give me the information unless I missed something. Other than that, if it's in the book, I'll look it up here, but if it's not, I'll look what it looks like, well, online, of course, because I've... this might just be a bit of a downfall for it, I don't know. See, Lesser Meridoc, I know that's here because I've seen it here. Round flower head of the Meridoc is made of smaller yellow florets. See, like that, you know? And if it's not here, then how are we supposed to know? How are we supposed to know what we're looking for? Because it's gonna be hard. And I think we already have we already have it named. Luster flowers. It says here that Umbrella smells of strawberries. There are so many conflicting aromas in this shop, I can't pick it up. Umbrella, that's powerful balm against disease of the heart. Well, cure one can cause. Umbrella has long rounded leaves and the flower that smells of strawberries. Okay, umbrella. Strawberry dipped in honey. Let's go. Good guess. There you go. Umbrella for you. Umbrella. I've never even heard of Evulium. See, sometimes it's here, sometimes it's not. I'm not sure why. Scent it produces is considered overpowering by some, but it's said to stimulate senses and rejuvenate aching bones. Oh, yo, there we go. There we go. Volume. Penny Bell next. Penny Bell. Leaves of venom are treated to some of their hallucinogenic properties. However, it's highly addictive and can lead to sickness and death. Maybe this. Because it's a bell. So that is Penny Bell, not Swift Snare. There we go. Penny Bell. And then Birdum. See here? Okay. He's looking for my mother. She's too stubborn for superstitions. Cooking. Maybe this one because it's See, there's the plants that we don't have. We don't have something for it in the book. No superstitions. Birdum. Okay, Birdum. Another herbal remedy for the throat that doesn't work. Oh well, that's what it looks like. We'll see. See, we don't have it again. I'm not sure if we were supposed to get it through our voyages. Like, let's see here. Let's go to go on the Sedberg and more. Let's go to Troll, shall we? See, there's nothing. There's nothing. Alright, I'll look it up. I'll look what it looks like. Because there's no other way. Unless it's in the book. Okay, Poliscus. Alright, that's one thing we need. So let's rename this Poliscus. Good work. Lyle of Neptune now. Unfortunately, yeah, like I said, we don't have the names of the other ones. But we have almost all of it. It's like 50-50. Truth share. Isn't this Lyle of Neptune? It certainly looks like it. But I don't think we have that. Might have missed a plant. Alright, okay. I think we might still need to figure this out. So we'll put this somewhere. I don't know actually know where to put this. But old man? Not necessarily. Or like maybe it's similar to like there's a triangle. Triangle's like a mountain. And then there's like a circle. Top. Oh wait. Top. No, there should be two circles at the bottom. So okay. See now. Oh wait. Let's see. Triangle, circle, circle. And then down, right is a circle, and then down, right is a circle. Okay, so down, right is X. Okay, this might be Lyle of Neptune actually. Blue hue. Blue hue. See, we don't get the codex. That's the thing. We don't get the codex for it, which is I'm not sure where to get it, unless I missed something or the game just didn't give it to me. But it is a bit confusing. But let's see, historian. There we go. Cross section of the gem shows the sacred triple xylem and phlegm of the story. Dark red fruits should not be ingested. Dark red fruits. Fruits. There you go, story. Let's have you story. There. And then the carnivorous tauren. That's it. Let's see, I'll put you in the red section. So that was a carnivorous plant. Gotcha. And then we were gonna have Caldery, which we'll have. Huntress Arduina. We did have that before. This is the one we gave him before. And then we just I think we gave him, and then we were like, oh, I was like, no, because I thought it was gonna help them fight against it, but actually it strengthened the Dendrew. Okay. Quite beautiful, really. Alright, Caldery. And then Twilight Apiota. In the twilight where the shadows grow, take leaf and root in the eye of crow, a plant of gloom and despair and dark magic. Do not be fooled by the pretty flower. The smell it gives off is quite foul. Blue flowers with an orange center. A rather unpleasant smell. Quite foul? Alright. So I was wrong. We actually get to name all of them. Good work. Let's do thumb now. Thumb. Pronounced tomb. The flowers are sometimes associated with death. Tomb is used as fragrance in soaps and candles. Might be this one. Rhubarb must be death. Thum. Let's go. Priddle, I don't know that one. Well, I'm glad my book has it. Coveted by the rich, pretty Priddle is crushed to make dyes. Okay, this is a very rare plant. It's hard to come by and requires great care to cultivate. I think we did name that one. I forgot which one that one. And this? I sometimes miss a few of them. We did name all of them already. I remember we named this one. I remember vaguely we named that one before, so it just must be this one here. Nice, very nice. No, don't go, Simone. Don't go. Well, that seems to be all of them. You know, I think you've earned the right to call yourself an experienced horticulturist. Well, with the power of the internet, well, you know. Well, I get to know everything. No, there's some of them you don't really know. I looked them up here. I looked up the contents and everything, and it just didn't show up. So thank you, Simone. Thank you. No, don't go without petting Hellebore. Oh, wait. Let's make this one real quick. Leaf of the Storian, Dark Flower of the Thune. Alright, we have the Storian with that one, and then the Thune, and then the Stench of Twilight, which is this one, Twilight of the Pute. And then we have the Elixir of the Black Veil. We have that Elixir of the Black Veil. Okay. Ravenglass, blah blah blah. And then are we supposed to go somewhere? By reading this, we might need to go somewhere. So we did go to Ravenglass, which is here. And then they don't want to be found. The monastery is on the edge of a wood. Edge of the wood? I remember that much. We must have been heading west. Heading west when I was here. Heading west. Because I could feel the sun on my face and it was evening. The sun rises in the east and sets in the west. So it's here. So it's good. Then we follow the river for a while. I could hear it to my left as we traveled. They left me here in Ravenglass and I've stayed here since. So we were traveling west. Here. Could be. The thing is, the only forest that's close is here. And it's the edge of the forest. Couldn't be Grisdale. It's too far. Why didn't they just stay in Grisdale then? Or like in Torbert? Three figures, their faces hidden behind black coverings, come out to meet me. The figure on the left speaks first. The monks of the Black Veil know of the Horticultures. Then one in the center of the group adds, they will share their knowledge if they receive the payment. A final member of the trio says, I have your thing right here, good monks. The third member of the trio accepts the elixir and together they disappear into the monastery. Alright, okay, I see now. Oh, why didn't I just do this? Do this first! So we're just 5 plants. Majority of the plants we had in the book. But at least we named them all now. We named them all, friends. That's what matters. It's my bad, I was a bit too impatient. Well, you know, this is the last time we'll pet Elebora unless we do another one, you know? Well, let's end the day. Alright, there you guys, there you go. You guys go. But anyway, like I said again, great game, great story. Wish it was a bit longer, but you know, it's a short game, an indie game. And I loved it, loved the characters. Wish there was a bit more. Because it just, you know, like I said before, it's when you finish a game, it just kind of, with a good story, it's, you know, it's finished, it's done, and you don't know what to do anymore. But like, you know, head on to the next story, gather what you've learned from this one, and then when you've learned some things in the story, it's a real something. It's like mirroring real life, but it's not actually real life. But anyways, again, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll be doing another playthrough of a different game now. I might be finishing Black Book, the other game. I did back that up in Kickstarter. I did play the prologue. If you look at my channel, there's a prologue there. I didn't finish the prologue for the for YouTube, but I did finish it on my own. There's a lot of stuff happening, and then, you know, I'll be playing that or another game if I feel like it. Or yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment, share this with your friends, and most of all, subscribe. And I will see you in the next video. See you later.